Do you want me to make an announcement? I've got no announcement at this stage. I think one's already been made. One's enough. I guess the 12 for this game, the two players at this stage, we're only announcing 12. I want to see the conditions tomorrow. So the two players that aren't part of that 12 are Peter Siddle and Ben Hilfenhaus. Pretty much we think both guys are still quite fatigued after Adelaide. And like I say, we've selected that 12 to give ourselves the best chance of winning this third and final test match against South Africa. And like I say, once I see conditions tomorrow morning, I'll know a lot more about the wicket and be able to let you know the 11 players.
John. Michael, it's hard to overshadow a grand final to become the best team in the world, but it's probably happened. But what will Ricky's announcement have? What impact will that have on the team, do you think, and how positive will it be for you?
I think it'll only give us more inspiration, there's no doubt about it. It's, as Ricky said, and I said in my column today, it's a grand final for us. It's why you play this great game. It's the thing you look forward to, I guess, as a player, to be able to play this third and final test match against the number one team in the world and know if you win, the greatest rewards there, I guess, to be the number one team in the world. And I think Ricky's obvious announcement will only give us more inspiration to do everything we can to try and win this game.
Michael, have you had a look at the pitch and what are your thoughts?
I've had a look at the wicket. Hasn't changed too much from yesterday. There was a fair bit of rain yesterday around. It looks pretty good. I think it's going to be tough going for the batters throughout the whole test match, but I think it looks like a really good wicket. Again, it might change with a bit of wind around today and some sunshine. It might dry it a little bit more. At this stage, Cameron said he hasn't cut too much grass off the wicket, and I'm not sure if he's going to leave that on or cut that off. So, like I said, in regards to selection, I think we're just going to wait to the last minute, wait till tomorrow morning before we work out what 11 we go with.
Michael, it must have been a hell of a decision to leave Sids and Hilfenhaus out.
Yeah, really tough decision, especially the way they've both performed, especially Sids, I guess, the way he performed in that last test match. But we need to do what's best for the team. As I've said the whole time, it's about selecting the best 11 players to win this test match in these conditions against the opposition you're playing, and we feel that we've got a really good stock with the other four fast bowlers in the squad of 12. So I think we're still in pretty good hands, but we know we have to perform at our best for 5 days to win this test match, that's for sure.
Michael, just ask you another question about Ricky. Did you have a feeling that it was coming based on what had happened since Adelaide, and how did all the boys sort of respond to him being quite emotional when he told you about it?
No, I didn't have a feeling it was coming. I spoke to Ricky, or Ricky spoke to me, after the Adelaide Test match. And made his decision, I guess, over the last last few days. And the boys are obviously hurting at the moment. He's been an amazing player for a long time. And that'll do me for today. Sorry, I can't answer that.
Chris? I'll change to Nathan Lyon. What sort
Good
of
idea,
chances
thanks.
are you playing in the test match?
In all seriousness, what chances has been a play out there?
Yeah, look, I think he's still a chance, that's for sure. I think the wicket looks, like I say, pretty good, and always like having spin in the team. So over a 5-day period, I think spin will play a part. It does at the Wacker and at the Gabba, but we need to work out what our best attack is to take 20 wickets. If we think, Nathan's part of that, then we go with Nathan. If we don't, then we have the option, I guess, of going with 4 fast bowlers.
Is it a concern if you do go with the 4 that there'll be 2 debutants? I mean, Hastings and Hazelwood, is that a concern or not?
Not to me, it's not, no, and I don't think it is to the selectors either. I think they've both performed. Josh has done really well for Australia in one-day cricket in his opportunities he's had. And Hastings, one of the leading wicket takers in Shield cricket at the moment. So, no, we're really confident that, like I said before we arrived in Perth, that we've got really good stock in Australia at the moment. We're very lucky. I know both guys are really excited about the opportunity of making their test debut. We're just got to work out what the pitch says. I guess what the pitch is telling us tomorrow.
Michael, you talked about it being a grand final. Does that change the mindset of the players? Like, Do you expect them to sort of rise to that kind of occasion with everything being on the line?
I think you do every test match. I don't think it changes too much, but I just think it's probably more special now because it's been such a great series, such a hard-fought test series, and it's the pinnacle. Like I say, if you have not very often in your career you have an opportunity to beat a team and go back to being the number one test team in the world. So we've got a lot to play for. And on the other hand of that, I don't think there's pressure on us. I think we can go out and play with freedom, play with confidence. We know we've competed really well against South Africa over the first two test matches. We love playing in these conditions here at the WACA, a bit more pace, a bit more bounce in the wicket. We can go out there with a clear mind and play with freedom and have confidence that if we do what we've done in the first two test matches, we'll win this test.
When you work for the number one ranking, that's obviously one of the things that you always strive for. How does it feel to be on the verge of it, being able to achieve it?
Yeah, I guess it's not so much the ranking, it's to be the best. I think that's what you strive for every day as a player and as a team. We want to be the best we can be. And that doesn't mean you get to number one in 5 minutes. It takes a lot of hard work, and then to stay there is even harder. We've still got a lot of work to do to get to being the number one test team. 5 tough days of test cricket, and if we are lucky enough to get there and fortunate enough, then we've got a hell of a lot of work to do to stay there. So first things first, let's do everything we can to pick the right 11 players or the best 11 players to take the field tomorrow, and let's play some great cricket like we have done in the first two test matches.